Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 2. Last time, we spent a long time doing private actions on Rena's path. This time, back on Claude's path, we're going to head into Cross Cave, which, as far as I know, is the same on both paths. And the map on the on one of the guides I've been using, the ASCII map, is actually incomplete, so just kind of be aware of that. If you're looking for it, some of the treasure is not actually listed on there.
Looks like we won.
I can't remember if it's any good, the treasure, but we want to get it all anyways, so just make sure you do a lot of exploring in here. Oh, nope, stop that. Yeah, they put the path in kind of a strange place. I don't think we can go that way. Okay, so they can't go in there. Do note that as I progress through and gain levels, I will be doing, I believe this is the path that's not listed. There might not be any other paths, but that one in particular. So a couple episodes back I said that these nights were really, really difficult, and they are to an extent if they can get some good range on you. But they have a lot less HP than I was thinking. I was thinking about a different version of them later on in the game. So they're easy enough to deal with. Just if they get the right range from you, they'll throw their swords at you like a boomerang, kind of like in Fear from Star Ocean, the first Star Ocean game. And so that can deal quite a bit of damage because a lot of the time it hits twice. And some more new enemies. These ones can divide. So if you're worried about that, they've got a decent amount of HP. I think they can also poison you. But we have an antidote spell with Rena that can cure that very easily for, I don't think, only 4 MP or something like that. Let's see. I want to go over here again. There we go. And what do we got here? Artemis Leaf for compounding. And Sweet Syrup. I think that restores 30 or 50% of your maximum HP. Can be used in battle. It's a compounding item. Rated attacks and back attacks really aren't that much to worry about in this game. As you see, that's kind of how they go. This early in the game, using Rena as a physical attacker is probably advisable. It gives you 2 people, and anytime you're fighting enemies, you want more than just one person. We learned Ray, which is her best spell. I'm actually going to turn that off. This is a good point to mention. If you go into the spell menu, you can press a square button and it turns off the AI's ability to cast said spell. Firebolt is too weak. Thunderbolt's probably her best attack. Turn off Wind. And I'm going to turn off Ray because it hits all enemies, so that's good. But if I need to hit lots of enemies, I think I will just cast it manually, because the AI tends to use it way too much, 2-3 times a battle, and you just can't keep up with that. Okay, now, so we went that way. What else was over here? So there's, I think, 1 or 2 paths up over there that we haven't been to before. So let's go this route first, which takes us to this. Okay. We'll get the Cure Poison, which is an item variant. Yeah, I don't think... Can we go up here? No, we can't go up there. So we've explored all of this. Okay, so I've gained a level there, or at least 1. We learned something new for Rena there. I'll go over that in a moment. Anytime I get points now, I'm just going to put them into Perseverance first, so I'm not going to be showing it on screen much going forward unless I'm working on something in particular, which likely first will be Playfulness just to get something in particular, and then we'll move on in a more normal manner. You can finally get a point into Perseverance too, so that's good. Let's see here. So we learned Deep Mist. It basically increases or decreases their accuracy. It costs 11 MP, which is way too much, so I like to turn that off. We also learned Press way back earlier in the game. If you run into those spellcasters we ran into a couple episodes ago, the mages on screen that I said you wanted to take care of fast, 1 press spell usually kills them, so you could just cast that without even moving and kill them outright, because they have little HP, but they do a lot of damage. Okay, so let's move on now. Lavender for compounding. question mark mineral, which needs to be identified in order for us to be able to use it. And over here should be dead end with 2 treasure chests. Perfect. And now I'm actually going to backtrack. So we got those. Now we want to go this way. That's a wall. Oh, there's new enemies here. Yeah, Claude likes to use too much MP. I think these guys can poison you. I don't think they can do anything else. So those stars around her head there is a status effect that you would never figure out if you don't read it or someone doesn't tell you. That is called the peep status for reasons that I could never possibly explain. They translated the stun or dizzy status to peep. I literally have no words for that. Like, what kind of stupid crack were you guys on when you named this stuff? Oh, well. Anyway, it's really weird. Basically, anytime an enemy attacks you or you attack the enemy, the character or the enemy that gets hit by an attack has a chance of being stunned. Now, I think I go left first? Yes, okay. We get stink gel. I don't know what that does. Okay. There are a lot of items in this game. It's hard to know, like, which ones do which. Even though there's skeletons and other, like, little doodads on the screen, there's not really a whole lot we can do with most of them, at least to my knowledge. So here we want to go down. Okay, so let's head down here. There's a split path. There's actually 3 ways. The bright green light down in the middle right-ish area there is also an exit. But we want to go grab this one first, which is a question mark item. We need to identify those in order to use them. I don't think we can do anything with the sign. We do want to head down here. It's a very strange looking room. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with this room, but if you keep going down, we eventually arrive in another room with a treasure chest with junk in it. And there are 3 down there. We can't get there from this side. Is there anything down here? Oh, there is. I couldn't remember. A blackberry. Now, I've already run out of MP with Claude. I'm not going to waste a bunch of blackberries to heal him up because he's not really any more effective with his killer moves at this point in the game than without. That will change going forward, but anyway. As you can tell, the encounter rate is quite a bit higher in the dungeon as opposed to on the world map. And that's one of the reasons why I picked up all those items already, because being able to do more damage and take more hits is going to be a lot more effective for you if, you know, in terms of staying alive in this dungeon and not taking too much damage. Now, I've got a few items around here that I haven't really gone over. Let's see here. We've got, yeah, we got to identify anything that's question mark. 30% HP, 30% MP. Silence card silences enemy in battle. Cure poison is obvious. This is for compounding. Let's see. Magic canvas is for item creation art, which we probably, well, we might do a little bit. Tri-ball breaks into 3. It's an in battle damaging item. I don't ever use it. I can't even remember if it's good. I just never use it. Stink gel. Gel will poison an enemy attacked with a weapon. So basically it enchants your weapon. I wouldn't bother using that. Resurrection Mist is 100% resurrection. You don't want to get rid of that. That one's quite valuable. You'll want to save that one for later. Let's see. So yeah, we saw that. So Feather Pen is for item creation, kind of. It's for the music one. So we'll get into what that does later. I'm not going to go over what every single item in the game does, because there are just way too many, hundreds upon hundreds of items in this game. Now, just to double check my path. Yeah, I just want to double check my path here. Okay, so there was a way of going both directions. Now, if I remember correctly then, this will be the path that leads back around. We saw this scene before. Going down leads to a multi-path room that we already explored all of, and to the right led to treasure, which we already picked up. Okay. Yeah, definitely way too common with the battles. Having the additional weapons is a lifesaver. Okay, save point here, but they do the cutscene first. looks like the end of the dungeon, really. That big glowy thing is probably our target, is it not? Now we just have to wait for the boss to come out. Yeah, so what about it? According to the map, the treasure room is supposed to be just ahead. What, through the wall? A fake map? You wasted your money on it, and then you wasted all our time coming in here. We didn't even get all that good at treasure. Yeah, most of the treasure around here has been rather crap, actually. How do you get to do that? Like I said, this is something that's just unheard of among the natural inhabitants of this planet. No one seems to know anything about this healing power. And Rena herself doesn't really understand it. She was able to do it before she knew anything about it. Yeah, heraldic arts is basically symbology or whatever you want to call the magic in the Star Ocean series in this game. Such an expensive map. Good thing I didn't have to pay for it. We gonna look for another path? Let's see. What do you see on there, Claude? Isn't there something small written right about here? Something about a spell? What, she didn't read the whole thing? Really is something there. Maybe. Otherwise, we came in here for nothing. I guess we got a few levels out of it. Those are always good. And levels, not so much for the levels themselves, but for the skill points, are very important at this stage in the game. So Celine casts a spell. I don't know what it does. Screen goes white. And it opens the wall. Some kind of cloaking field? In actuality, I have no idea. I don't remember if they ever clarify this, in fact. It could be clarified in some of the private actions, but I can't recall. That's what happens when you do 2 test runs. You start fast-forwarding through a lot of the dialogue. Okay, save point. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. The other thing, how many... The sad part about this is there's no good way of organizing your items in this game, and there are tons of them. You press the triangle button, you can organize them in all of these different ways, which it doesn't tell you how. This is by new items, by combat items, alphabetically, by weapons first, armor first, accessories first, most expensive to sell, and I don't know what that one does. But yeah, and then you can access some other stuff, including precious items. Communicator is Claude's Path exclusive. It doesn't even show up there, and I don't think this one shows up either. And I think her pendant shows up on her path. Either way, it doesn't really matter. You can't do anything with the items in there anyway. But Blackberry, wow, that did crap. Let's do a few of those just so that I have some MP to cast. And we'll loop back around, save over that one. Now let's run into a battle. Okay, that works.
Here's the enemy.
We'll just kill these guys off real quick.
Thunderbolt!
Stop wasting your MP in normal battles. Claude just used his shooting stars tech, which he's only ever used in battles I've done off screen for whatever reason. But yeah, it's basically just a key blast in front of him. It's nothing super special. I wouldn't worry about it. Ah, look at that. Kind of a strange double star thingy. Let's get the green barrel. And heart barriers. Probably shouldn't have healed MP first, but 700 full. Ancient writings. And every time you get a special item, like what's that, like a valuable item, like we just saw in the menu there, they have that whole jingle, and you can't press the button to skip it. We found it. Excellent. You mean this? Ancient writings. I can't read it at all. That would make sense. Back in the village where you were born, you should ask the elder. Or ask a linguistics schooler. Schooler, whatever. Anyway, and yeah, that's it. There's no boss or anything. Unless you go to that chest. That's the only one that triggers the battle there. And this is against 2 gargoyles. It's not particularly difficult, so we'll just tag her on at the end here. And that pretty much finishes up the dungeon here. You may want Rena on healing mode in here, but if you can corner an enemy in between 2 characters like this, that's your best strategy early in the game and even at the end of the game. Just be careful that the other enemy isn't going to go after your mage in the meantime. Yeah, at the beginning of the game, it really is just spam the button. That's your strategy.
Too easy.
And we got lots of experience, a couple of reverse dolls, which will be useful later. And we learned Cure Light, and we leveled up for everybody. Awesome. And yeah, that's all there is to that. Now, I'm just going to cut to right at the end of the dungeon, since there's no additional dialogue until you get out. Well, yeah, I think that's probably best. You can figure out how to go out. It's pretty much just keep going down. Specifically, if you go down to the right, I think you'll be able to get out faster that way. And after getting all the way down to the entrance here, we get a cutscene. Oh, right, you were only here for the one quest. I guess you're out of the way now. Probably should have unequipped you first, but oh well. Anyway, so we're gonna go keep working on the sorcery globe. Yeah, she didn't even ask. She's like, help me with my problem. I don't care what you guys are doing. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's why we're going to the continent of El. There's a light bulb. Why don't you come with us? Rena's like, what about our alone time? I mean, no, that's not what I was talking about. Would be reassuring to have your heraldic arts. Man, I can't speak at times. Jeez. I'll give it some thought. Now, depending on who your lead character is, your lead character is the one who initiates this and asks if Celine will join the party. And this is the no turning back point. I think you can probably get rid of, not even do this quest, but there's no reason to not do it. The only way to get into that final room and fight the boss and get the ancient writings is to do this quest. So I don't know why you wouldn't. I can't remember what happens if you don't, but anyway, there's no real reason not to have her join your team, so I would recommend doing it. It really doesn't matter one way or the other. And he makes sure it's okay with Rena. Rena doesn't seem to have a problem with it. And I'm skipping through the dialogue a little bit quickly, but anyway, let's go to Click as we had planned. But yeah, Celine joins your party permanently at this point. And she gets a separate victory fanfare than if you get an item or something like that. But yeah, picking her up as a party member is a good idea. Okay, now we can go to Click. We don't want to do that yet. We got to go heal. We also need to do some more of this stuff. Now, playfulness. Now, it doesn't say. It says you give a gift from heaven. So, let's see. I've got 12,000 full exactly right now. That's actually not bad. So let's see here. How many points can I put into this? Only one. I now have 12,100. Now this scales up dramatically. In levels like 4 and 5, you're getting thousands upon thousands of full. And we need a lot of it really quickly. So at the start of the next one, I'm going to show you a little farming method in order to get access to a lot of money really quickly. Okay. I don't think, yeah, can't even do hers yet, but anyway. that's pretty much all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.